Good morning, everyone. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Hello. Tune in and say good morning. I'll say good morning to you. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Sign on, tag, like, comment, share. Tag, like, comment, share. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Sign in and say good morning. I will say good morning to you. Like, comment, and share. How are you all doing on this blessed Thursday morning? Good morning to everyone. Hello, 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 hello. This is the day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Sign in and say good morning. Sign on and say good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, my love, Pastor Darius says good morning. Good morning, Paige Williams. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Cherie Thomas. Good morning, Shakia Jeffrey. Good morning. Good morning, Ashley Sanders. Good morning to you. If you're just jumping on and you're able to say good morning, type good morning. Type it this morning, and I will say good morning to you. You tuned in to Morning Coffee and Me. I'm Pastor Latoya Harris, and I am blessed to be on here with you today. I am blessed and honored to be on here with you today. I'm grateful God has given us over 5.5 years of coming on Facebook Live, now YouTube as well, to share the good news of Jesus Christ, to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, to spread the love of Jesus Christ. That is my only reason. Yes, good morning, Minister Joanda Allen. Good morning to you, my sister. Good morning, Shakibra Brooks. Good morning to you, Denise Williams. Good morning to you, Sherry Thomas. Good morning. I see y'all tagging. Nastasia Reynolds or Natasha. Hope I said that correct. Or Reynolds. Good morning to you. Good morning. Why don't y'all take a few seconds to type where you're from? Where you're from. I see a lot of Tylerites. My hometown, my home city. That's where I was born and raised. Rose Capital, Rose City, Tyler, Texas. Where you from? Where you from? Type where you're from. Type where you're from. Good morning to everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. Good morning, Brianna. Good morning to you. Good morning, Sheena. Good morning to you. Good morning, Lady Ann. Good morning to you. Good morning, Minister Davina. Good morning, good morning. Hopefully, you all have been woke up by this simple song that says, Get Up by Mary, 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 get up. You got work to do. Get up. You got stuff to do. Get up from your sleep and your slumber on this Thursday morning. You all where we are, it is cold. It is not like, way up north cold, but it is cold here today in Tyler, Texas. I got up, I asked my husband, I said, what is the weather? He said, the weather is cold. I said, no, I meant the degrees. What is the degree of the weather? The degree is cold. Good morning. Good morning. Someone says that from Terrell, Texas. All right, I see you representing Destiny from Terrell, Texas. Yes, yes, yes. Where are you from? I see Longview in the house. Yes, I see Tyler. Put some Texas up behind that, Minister Davina. Tyler, Texas. Sheena said, good old Lufkin, Texas. Shakibra Brooks, Tyler, Texas. Where are y'all from? I see Spring Hill, Louisiana. Yes, I'm waiting for you all just a few more seconds. Thank you all for tuning in this morning to Morning Coffee and Me. Someone else said Tyler, Texas. Thank you all for tagging others. It really, really, it helps. It helps get the word out. It helps those who may have forgotten. It helps those who need to hear a word right on time for their specific situation. Good morning. Good morning. Someone say Hattiesburg. Hey, my mother in love. I looked at the name. the city before I looked at the name. She said Hattiesburg, Mississippi is chiming in on today. Thank you so much, Elder Connie, for tuning in, which is my mother-in-law. Mother-in-love is what I like to call. Has tuned in this morning. Glad to have you with us. Good morning. We got Ashley from Tyler, Texas. We got hello, Evangelist Shaniqua Davis from Lufkin, Texas. We got Lufkin in the house. We have Longview, Texas, Lobos. I see you. I see you, Shantae Fallon Ayers, or hopefully I said that correctly. Yes, represent your city. Thank you all. It helps me to know the audience engage who's coming on and who's taking part. Sometimes we have people who take parts from all in part from all areas of the world. But I'm so glad that you are on today. Let's get to it. Let's get to it because I only got a few minutes. A lot of times I say that and I end up going over, but literally today I only have a few minutes. Good morning to everyone. Thank you for tuning in. So listen, we are on part 2 of Get Out Your Feelings. This past Tuesday, I asked you all, I said, listen, do y'all really want the truth? Do you really want to hear what I have to say? Do you really, really, really want it? And you all type, some of you all who are back on here today, you said, yes, I want to hear it. Yes, go ahead. Yes, I need to hear it. Yes. And I told you exactly what the word of God said, exactly some principles and wisdom, strategy, and ideas on how to deal with your feelings and your emotions. I started out with this simple word, and the simple word was get out your feelings. I want you to take the time, if your hands are free, I want you to take the time and type that today. Get out your feelings. Who are you talking to? You're talking to yourself. You're not talking to nobody else. We are doing self-reflection. We are looking inside of our own selves. We're not pointing fingers at anyone else, but we are checking our own selves. I want you to type, if your hands are free today, get out your feelings, or I'm getting out my feelings, or just simply get out your feelings. The ghetto way to say that is get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. Your feelings will have you all over the place. If you did not get to see part 1, you need to take some time throughout the day or before next week to go back to the replay of Morning Coffee and Me part 1 of Get Out Your Feelings, so you can be caught up with where we are today. Good morning. But just to give you a little backdrop, because I don't want to leave the new viewers out on some of the information, so you may be hearing something again, but repetition, sometimes it is a great thing. Sometimes people don't get it on the first time. It takes them the second or the third, the fourth or the fifth time to hear something before they finally get it. So you're going to hear me. Thank y'all for typing in. I see you all typing it. Get out your feelings. 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 Get out your feelings, girl. Get out your feelings. Good morning, Carissa. Good morning to you, lady Carissa. Get out your feelings. Out your feelings. Get out of there. Get out of your feelings. Let me tell you, your feelings will have you all over the place. Anybody ever experienced that? Let me raise both of my hands. Your feeling will have you making feelings will have you making decisions out of your emotions. Will have you making decisions for the right now and not even factoring in the later. Your feelings will have you making decisions, temporary decisions on long-term events or situations. Your feelings will have you pushing away things and people that you need. Your feelings will have you up, down, turn you, spin you all around. Your feelings will have you going off on people who have not even done anything to you. Your feelings will have you doing and saying things that you know. Am I talking to anybody today? You should not be saying or you should not be doing. I'm just waiting on you all this morning. Your feelings, if you don't get control of your feelings, you will not be able to keep a job. If you don't get a hold of your feelings, you will not be able to keep a successful relationship. Y'all don't want to talk right to me today. If you don't get a hold of your feelings, you will not be able to literally complete your education, or if you're trying to go to school, your feelings will tell you to quit and you don't have but one semester left, half of a semester. Your feelings will tell you to walk away from the greatest moment of your life, because life gets hard, things get hard, you get frustrated, depression steps in, oppression steps in. And when a person is depressed, you really cannot even listen to the words or even trust the words that come out of their mouth, because they are bitter, they're frustrated, and they are depressed. They are operating up under another spirit. They're operating in another mind frame. And so with all of that being said, your feelings control most of all of your life. Your feelings allow you to decide whether what you're going to do today. Your feelings will tell you if you wanted to get up and even wanted to go to work today. You have to deal with your feelings, because feelings is a part of human nature. I want you to take a look at the impact of your feelings, or the impact of your emotions, whether they are positive or whether they are negative. Let me let you know this: intense emotions are not always bad. Intense emotions are not always negative. There are some emotions you need, and most of the time, people who are emotional less, there are things that have happened to them traumatically that have caused them not to be able to respond even when positive things happen. Have you ever had something positive to happen in your life, but because you have experienced so much negativity, when God finally opens up the curtains on your life and he finally gives you the job of your dream, and he finally gives you the man or the woman of your dreams, and he finally meets all of your needs, and those doors begin to happen for you, you can be so stuck in your emotions of receiving rejection after rejection and no after no, that when opportunity presents itself, you don't know how to respond, because you are too afraid that it won't last long. Am I talking to anybody, or y'all gonna leave me out here by myself? You are too afraid that what you have before you, the blessing God has given you, you're afraid it's gonna run out. What God has done for you, you're afraid God's not gonna show up for you like he did, or what he's doing for you right now, because you know what it's like for things to go south. You know what it's like for things to go down. You know what it's like to get things and have things taken away. You know what it's like to get in relationships and to find out the relationship was never what you thought it was from the beginning. And so we create these negative emotions that get literally bent in our minds. And when we make decisions for our present or our future, we tend to allow these emotions to overflood us. Emotions of guilt. Am I talking to somebody today? Emotions of it's not going to work this time. Pressure. What if it doesn't happen? What if it breaks? What if the relationship ends? What if this leaves? And what if this door closes? And we deal with all of these emotions, trying to filter out what God is doing in our lives, that sometimes we cannot even receive what God is trying to get to us, because we are still stuck on what happened to us the last time we know that we tried. But intense emotions are at times needed. When things happen to you that are positive, when things happen to you that you know it was nothing but the hand of God that allowed it to happen, when things happen to you that was a miracle, you're supposed to have emotions that are exciting. You're supposed to be very, very passionate in your response. This is a human nature. You're supposed to be vibrant, and you're supposed to have a response of, I just can't believe. You're supposed to be wild, and you're supposed to have these positive responses to positive things that are happening to you. So all emotions are not bad. What is sad is when positive things happen to you and you don't respond because of all of the negative things that have happened to you. You allow, am I talking to somebody today? You allow all of the negative things that happen to you. You allow those emotions to rob you of your present joy. You allow those emotions of your past to creep up in your present. I told y'all this on Tuesday, to rob you of your present joy. You cannot even see all of what God is doing in your life because you are still stuck in the past from traumatic events that have happened to you, that you cannot take hold of the present thing that God is doing in this present day. So all emotions, if y'all can catch that today, are not bad emotions. It is perfectly normal to experience some emotional overwhelming emotions concerning occasions or different promotions and celebrations, things that happen to you. But how do you know when there is a problem with your emotions? How do you know? How do you know when your emotions are out of whack? How do you know your emotions are not on tack? Let me let you know this again that I said Tuesday, but there are signs and there are symptoms to let you know when your emotions are out of whack. When your emotions are out of whack, you will start having problems, relational problems. You will have issues relating to people because your emotions are speaking on your behalf and you're not thinking clearly. Somebody can say one word to you and you crying all tears, you mad. I mean, you're mad, you past mad. I mean, you furious. And somebody said one thing to you and you walk around with your feelings on your shoulders. You think every comment is about you. Are you talking or y'all just listening to me today? You think every rock thrown is about you. You think every negative word is catered towards you out of all of these people in the world. And so it will begin when your emotions are go unchecked. It will begin to affect your relations. It will begin to affect how you relate with people, and then it will begin to create conflict in your relationships. It will begin to create conflict in your relationships. Not only that, you will begin to have difficulty relating to others. Are y'all taking these notes today? I'm saying, how do you know when your emotions are unchecked or unbalanced or out of whack? You will begin to have trouble in your work. Here we go, relationship again. You will begin to have trouble in school, and you'll begin have trouble producing on the level that you normally used to produce on. Some people emotions get so out of whack that they cannot even work. They cannot even go about their daily duties because they've allowed their emotions to take over their lives. Out of whack emotions also can urge you to start having addictive behaviors. It will Out of whack emotions will push you towards using different substances to try to cover up your emotions and balance yourself out. That's how you know your emotions are out of whack. When you start doing things that you told yourself. I know y'all don't want to hear this today, but y'all said Tuesday, and I didn't get to ask y'all today if y'all wanted to hear it or not. But if you're on the live, maybe you do. When you know your emotions are out of whack, you will start trying to cover up with addictive behaviors, whatever that is, whatever that is drugs, whether that is alcohol, whether that is overeating, whether that is indulging in sinful behaviors, whether that is feeding your flesh, whether that is being promiscuous, whatever that is, whether that is tying yourself up into something that you know is an addictive behavior. And so you're trying to cover and mask your emotions that are unbalanced and that are unwhacked. And so when your emotions are unwhacked, it'll lead you down a long spiraling path because you're trying to fix something that cannot be covered up through addictive behaviors or substance abuse or anything else. It has to literally be balanced through techniques. It has to be balanced. And I'm getting ahead of myself through all types of things, through the meditation, through the word of God. And you have to fight and you have to tell yourself every day, no matter how I feel, I am not going to allow my emotions to take over me. No matter what's going on right now, I'm not going to allow my emotions to dictate my present, nor would I allow my emotions to dictate my future. Do you not know that the enemy knows your pressure points? Do you not know the enemy knows what to say to you to get you to fly off the handle? Do you not know he knows even who to use to get you to get all wrapped up in your emotions that you cannot even see what God is doing in your life right now? Ways to know that your emotions have gone unchecked. Not only moving into addictive behaviors, but you will find yourself in physical or emotional outbursts. Am I talking to anybody? Physical or emotional outbursts. It means you can be fine one moment and all of a sudden you outburst. I mean, everybody looking, trying to figure out, like, why are you crying out of nowhere? Like, why? Or did you just go off on this person out of nowhere? It's simply because you have not check your emotions. You allowed it to get so much on your shoulders and weary you so until now you at level 10. And the stuff you should have told people when you was on level 1, and you should have communicated properly when you was on level 1, and you saw your temper rising, you let it keep, well, I'm gonna let them do it one more time. And then you said in your mind, if they do it one, y'all see my head, if they do it one more time, I'm gonna give them my mind. And now you lose your job, you lose your best friend, you start losing positions and promotions because you allowed the anger to literally affect your emotions and your decision making. So what you should have checked at the door when you knew it was level 1 and communicated properly, when your head was level, you allowed it to pile on you even the more. It's too much and stress you out even the more. And then finally you find yourself at level 10 and you start having loud emotional outbursts. How do you know when your emotions are out of check? I just gave you 4 simple symptoms, and there are so many more, but I don't have time to give all of those to you on today. You have to find some time to take stock of just how uncontrolled your emotions really are. You need to stop and say, you know what? I have to stop. I have to take an assessment of my feelings. And not only that, I have to ask these questions. Why do I feel the way I feel? Secondly, who made me feel like this? Thirdly, I cannot live in my feelings, but I also cannot get rid of my feelings like I don't know that they exist. There are some people who have feelings and they just ignore them. And that's what happens when you don't speak up, when you don't communicate, when you don't filter properly, when you don't have avenues and ways to get out your frustration. And then you find yourself in a very, very low spot because all of these things have fallen up on you. You got to learn how to aim. Y'all hear this today, how to aim for regulation, not repression. You got to learn how to regulate your emotions, meaning that's not saying I can't allow myself to get angry. The Bible says be angry, but sin not. Does not mean that I can't allow myself to feel frustrated, but I allow those emotions and I feel those emotions, but I don't allow those emotions to have me. I don't allow my emotions to dictate my next move. I don't allow those emotions to take me way to a whole nother place that I know that I'm going to regret. So when you're checking your emotions, you need to aim for regulation, not repression. Repression is basically you maybe unknowingly ignoring that you have these negative feelings. It's okay to say, why do I feel like this about this person? Why every time this person come around me, these type of feelings begin to happen? Am I talking to anybody today? I just want to see what y'all are saying. Somebody said, Lord have mercy. Somebody said, thank you, God. Someone said that is so true. Why are you having these emotions? Why do I get anxiety when I get in this specific place? Why do these feelings begin to come back to me when I hear a specific song or I smell a specific smell? And you got to start dissecting these things and say, you know what, this situation is attached to a very traumatic or even a very good experience in my life. And so I don't want to repress these feelings because the feelings are real. Why am I intimidated of this particular individual? Why am I intimidated? Why do I have jealousy? Why is there hatred in my heart? What happened? Y'all better talk right. What happened that caused me to feel and act the way that I'm feeling? And it's not that I'm getting rid of these feelings, because the feelings will continue to keep coming if you do not address those feelings. But stopping and saying, you know what, the reason that I get bitter, I get angry, and I get aggression when this specific person comes around or I have to be in their presence is simply because of how they done me. It's because they did or said something and they never acknowledged the pain that they caused me. They never really from their heart truly intended not to harm me in that way ever again. Their hearts towards me, they never had any intentions of doing any better or changing their behavior. And so when this individual or people or group or place, when I'm there or when they come around, all of these emotions begin to come back. I'm talking to somebody. All of these emotions begin to come back and you begin to feel anxious. Once you know why you feel the way you feel, you allow those feelings to flow through you and you say, you know what? I feel the way I feel. You've now allowed those feelings to alter and allow them to come through you, but not allow them to have you. So the next time you see that individual, that the feeling may show back up, but it will not be as intense as it was the time before. And eventually the prayer and the hope is that those feelings begin to go away and dwindle forever, and that the memory of it does not bother you in your present moment. Am I helping anybody on today? I know this may not be as spiritual as some of you all want to see it, but let me let you know that it is because of our out of whack feelings and emotions why some of us are in the situations that we are in at the particular moment. When your emotions are out of whack, it creates anxiety, creates depression. You will even start having sleep issues. You will start having muscle tension and pain. You will start having difficulty managing your stress levels. You will start, again, I've already said, having substance misuse. There are so many things that begin to get off kiltered or are not altered correctly in your life when your feelings go unchecked. So what am I telling you today? Get out your feelings. And it's easier said than done. But at least me telling you, get out your feelings, it triggers your mind to understand that you cannot live life in your feelings, negative feelings. You cannot allow negative feelings to take over the entirety of your life. You got to stay on top of your stress levels. What is a stressor? Who is a stressor? If you know that every time you are with this individual, this group of people, that your stress level goes to level 10, you have to do your best to stay away. Do your best to limit the time that you have to be around those people or in that situation. If you're on a toxic job, you have to find times and moments to steal away and meditate. Take a bathroom break, take a woosah moment. Am I talking to anybody? Take a breather, open up your Bible, and every action does not reserve for you to have a response. Just because someone did it don't mean you even have to respond. Your greatest asset in a situation like that is sometimes to ignore the behavior and move on with your life. But if you know you get anxiety, if you know certain people bring you drama, and every time you are around them, it's drama, drama, drama. Every time you are around them, somebody's sick, somebody died, somebody lied, the dog messed up, the cat doing all kinds of stuff, and nothing is never going right in their life. They can never get along with anybody. Somebody always jealous of them. Somebody always lying on them. Somebody always against them. There's always tension. There's always division, and they're never the problem. You have to find your time that you can steal away and not spend as much time in those tense positions, so that you don't get all jacked up in your emotions trying to handle somebody else's problems, somebody else's situations. So ways that we are to get rid of or acknowledge our feelings is stay on top of our stress level. I told you all on Tuesdays that I know finally when my stress levels are rising, I get very, very impatient. And the things that I was once passionate about, that passion begins to leave and dwindle little by little. And so now that I've learned how to handle my emotions and say, you know what, it's okay to take a moment, to take a woosah, to take a break, to breathe so that you can get back in the game and you can start over again. Let me let you know, anybody who's in your life who don't want to see you take a break and don't want to see you rest, that is a person you need to stay away from, because they want you to continue to perform on a certain level, knowing that you're not mentally capable, knowing that you're not spiritually capable, knowing that you're not emotionally capable. They just want whatever you are producing. And I need to tell some of you all who are on here today, who are really, really listening, I need to tell you all that your job will produce. We'll want you to keep producing no matter what condition or state you are in. And let me let you know this too. If you're gone tomorrow, if God decides to take you away, your position will be filled within 24 to 48 hours. So you have to understand that if your job is such a stress to where it's breaking you, you have to insert moments of quiet meditation. You have to find a way to steal away. You have to find a way and a place to take a break. Because if you don't break, can somebody say what else I'm going to get ready to say? Can you fill in the blank? you will experience a breakdown. And the breakdown will force you off of your job. Y'all don't want to talk. You don't want to take a 2-day break. You don't want to take a 1 day break. You think, I don't got no more vacation left, or whatever your situation may be. If you do not break, and you are up under a lot of stress from whichever way that it is coming, eventually you're going to be forced to take a break, because your body is going to begin to break down. Your body is going to tell you, I need some sleep. Are y'all talking to me, or y'all just looking? Your body's going to begin to tell you, you need to go lay down somewhere. You're going to start taking naps in the wrong places. Your blood pressure start rising, sugar, diabetes, all types of things, because your body is telling you that your emotions have gone unchecked and unmet. Your emotions, your stress levels are too high. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying today? And so we have to learn how to steal away and take a break, because some people just want to see you perform. They just want the production out of you. They just want to meet the numbers. They just want to meet the quota. They just want whatever you have been producing, your consistency, your faithfulness, your accountability. That's why I tell people who I work with and who work within our ministry, and those who are connected to us, there's no need of me continuing to pull out of you and you're not mentally together. There's no need for me to continue to want more and more from you and you have not gotten yourself together. You cannot help the ministry. You cannot help me personally if your own personal life is jacked up. So the best thing that we can do for you at this moment is to make sure that you heal properly, to make sure that you put yourself in a conducive atmosphere that will cause you to be able to take a break, and then you can get back at it. But right now, you're no help for yourself and you're no help for anybody else. Did I just help anybody with this last 30-minute speech that I had today? There are times when people just want you to produce. And anyone who is in your life who get offended because you take care of yourself has a major problem. Anyone in your life who gets offended because you take a break, and because you say I need rest, and because you say this is too much, you need to check that relationship. Because you say this is too heavy on me, you need to check that relationship. We're going to have to normalize hearing and saying the words, it's okay if it's too much. Because most of us are so prideful. When I say most of us, I'm including myself. Most of us are so prideful that we don't know when to say it's too much, because we feel like we have failed. We feel like we failed God and we failed those who are connected to us. But when it's too much, it's just too much. And that's why people go into depression, and that's why they commit suicide, because they take on assignments and the pressure and the stress gets so high that they just want peace. They just want peace. And so when you're at this level, the greatest thing that you can do is to express to your loved ones that I'm in a very stressful moment right now. Matter of fact, the things that I may even be saying, they may not even be correct right now, because I'm in my feelings and I'm in my emotions. I'm in a very high stressful situation. And I want you to understand, those who love you and who are close around you, that what I'm going through, it is too much. And when it is too much for you and you don't know where to place your burdens, it becomes very, very bad, ugly situation. I want to tell you, when it becomes too much for you, it's okay to drop some of your assignments. It's okay. Y'all don't want to hear me today. It's okay not to act like you can handle everything in the world. It's okay to say, I need a break. I need a moment. I need a woosah moment. It's okay to say, this is too much. Thank y'all for helping me teach today, because I got about 2 minutes. It's okay to say, this is too much for me, that I can't handle it. And when you stay on top of your stress levels, you will begin to see how you can manage your feelings and your emotions a whole lot better. You will begin to say, you know what, last year this time, my emotions got all out of whack. All out of whack. And I mean, I went down in a downward spiral after that. Now you will begin to notice the agitation. You will begin to notice the short temperness. You will begin to notice the frustration. You begin to notice all of the symptoms, and you'll say, you know what? It's okay. I need a break. I need 24 hours not to think about nothing, not to do nothing. I need 48 hours. And there are some who say, well, if I stop, everything else will stop. Well, let me tell you, the word gonna keep going. If something happens to you, I promise you, I don't mean to be rude or facetious, but if something happened to you, your husband gonna move on, your wife gonna move on, they gonna cry a little bit, and your church gonna move on, the members gonna move on, your children, they're gonna be taken care of. Life will move on. So you cannot keep telling yourself what I told myself is that if I stop, then everything's gonna fall. If I stop, then I gotta work harder the next week. If you stop, you will teach those who are around you to come up. If you stop, you will teach people to be accountable. Am I talking to anybody today? If you stop, you will teach your children how to handle certain responsibilities that you've already have handled for them all of their lives. If you stop, it would allow you to continue to work, but work in a more graceful, passionate position. Check your emotions and get out your feelings, is what I want to say to you. Get out your feelings. Don't work yourself to death simply trying to obtain something more that you don't stop and appreciate what God has already blessed you with. What He's blessed you with. The world will be okay. Your family will be okay. Your job is definitely gonna be okay without you running around there being sister saver person. I want to say something else, but a brother saver something. It's gonna be all right. Am I saying just quit in totality? No, I'm saying some of you all who are listening to me right now, you need a break. You need a break because if you don't break, you're going to break. And everyone around you is going to experience your wrath. They're going to experience the consequences of you not handling your emotions and taking care of your mental health and your physical health. So if you stay on top of your stressors or your stress, you also, there's other things that you can do. You can talk to a therapist, you can talk to a counselor who they get paid to do their job. They get paid to listen to you. They get paid. I'm gonna say it again. They get paid to give you wisdom. They get paid to give you knowledge. They get paid to literally give you answers and give you solutions. They get paid for life coaching. They get paid, come on, from helping you from point A to point B or point B all the way to point Z. They get paid to do their job. That is their profession. That is what they get paid to do, to help you in your most traumatic situations, to literally do similar what I'm doing for the last 30 minutes, allow you to give you the techniques that you can use to make your life and your daily living 100% better than what it is now. After you may have contacted a counselor, a life coach, or a licensed counselor or a therapist, you will begin to learn these techniques, and then you can get in life in the ring again, and you know how to fight and balance out your emotions. I don't have time to go into all of these scriptures, but I do have some that I'm going to give you. And I think on Tuesday, I'm still going to stay in this lane. I feel like riding this lane. The reason I do is because I see so many people, and I know I've personally experienced emotions out of whack and all over the place. And I'm almost 40 years. It took a long time for me to be able to use the wisdom of God, to use natural principles, to be able to know how to manage my emotions when they begin to try to run all out of whack and all over the place. But there are some scriptures that I do want to leave with you, because on Tuesday, we're going back to this subject, because when people emotions are out of whack, I mean, you can be right there at the brink of a breakthrough. And because pressure gets so hard, you can walk away and lose it all. Pressure, I need you to understand that pressure gets the greatest when you are getting ready to walk into one of your greatest blessings or your greatest miracles. If I can look back over my life to give you a personal testimony, every time I received a major breakthrough, it was before one of the most horrific, traumatic times in my life, and I wanted to quit. Every point, it was at the place I said I wanted to quit. When I got to this place of I wanted to quit, somehow I ran into a breakthrough, and I began to learn the cycle of God, that life intensifies. Not only that, my enemy intensifies his attack towards your life to continue to make you not believe that the promises of God is going to come to pass. So he wants you to quit. He wants you to stress yourself out till you walk away from the job that has your promotion. He wants to stress you out for you to walk away from the relationship that really was meant to love you. He wants to stress you out that you will push away people who are in your life to help you and cause you to get to your next promotion. He wants to stress you out until you hurt the wrong people. He wants to stress you out to the place to where you don't receive what God said you was going to have. And so when your stressors begin to rise, you better believe there is a blessing on the horizon. You better believe that God's getting ready to download a miracle. Don't you quit. Don't you stop. Check your emotions. Talk to yourself and tell yourself, I'm going to take a break. But when I take this break, I'm going to pick back up and I'm going to come harder than I did before. I'm going to take this break. I'm going to get refreshed. I'm going to get renewed. I'm going to be reignited, and I'm going to come back better than I was before. I'm going to take a break, and it's okay to take a break, and I'm take a break. And when I come back, I'm going to be more forceful in a more passionate way about what God has called me and you to do. I'm going to break before I have a breakdown. Is there anybody? Because your break will run you into a breakthrough. Not a breakdown, but a breakthrough. I need to let you know your future is so bright. But if you could only see on the other side of this depression, on the other side of this oppression, on the other side of all of these stressors that are weighing on your shoulders, that if you only understood that God is trying to get you to a place to where you understand you don't have to carry these burdens by yourself. Get out your feelings. Everybody don't dislike you. Get out your feelings. Everybody's not jealous of you. Get out of your feelings. You do have people in your corner that want to see you win. They want to see you prosper. They want to see you be all that God has for you to be. Listen, I want to let you know your future is bright. If this word has been a blessing to any one of you all on here today, and you want to sow into the word that you receive, and you want to sow, and you just want to say simply, I thank God for the word that I received today within this last 45 minutes. It has changed my perception. It has changed my perceptive. I am literally thinking on another level. I am not going to allow my emotions to make me miss the greatest season of my life because of fear. Because of fear. Here's one, because I'm going to Ephesians, the 4th chapter and the 31st verse. It basically tells us to get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. It says get rid of it. Get rid of all bitterness, all rage and anger and brawling and slander, along every form of malice. Get rid of it, because when you allow it to stay in you, it becomes a toxic behavior. And I say it like this: allow yourself to allow the emotions to literally exit your mind, your heart, and your body. Get rid of it. Don't allow it to sit. Don't allow what they did to you to sit, because it will affect your decisions and the rest of your life. If you are on here today and you say, you know what, I just want to thank God for the word. I just want to be a giver. I want to be a giver, and I want to give today. I want to sow. Some of you all may be looking for a place to tithe. You can do that if you do not have a church home. You can tithe today. But I want to be a giver. I want to be able to give into the word that I received on today, that has literally changed my thinking. It's changed what I'm getting ready to do when I get off of this live. It changed how I'm getting ready to respond to these people when I get to work. It's going to change how I respond to family members. It's going to change the trajectory of my entire life, because I'm learning how to get out of my feelings and not allow my emotions. If that is you, I'm going to ask everybody on here to sow a seed of $20 or a seed of $40 or a seed of whatever God has placed on your heart. Maybe you want to do more than that, and there are many people who do. Maybe you want to sow 100, you want to sow 200, you want to sow 500, whatever God puts and places on your heart. It is just up to you to be obedient and to sacrifice. I make the appeal. It's up to you to respond. That's basically how this goes. I make the appeal, and it is up to you to respond. Thank you so much. I was waiting on you, Katrina. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you need counseling, Our church partners and works alongside with Katrina Ligon. It is Journey to Peace Counseling. Journey to Peace Counseling, and she is accepting new clients. If you're looking for a licensed counselor, she is a licensed counselor. Not only that, she has her own practice. And so she has been a tremendous blessing to our church, to our members, and those who need assistance in counseling, who need someone to talk to and talk your way out of some situations. She has gone to school, she's degreed, and she has her own counseling center. So since we are on this today about checking on our mental health, our stress levels, I'm telling you, I've seen many growth in some people who have attended concerning the counseling services that she offers. So again, here, take note, and then I'll also post it on my page as well. That's Journey to Peace Counseling, and her name is Katrina Hines. I'll leave it up there for a moment, but if you are on here today and you want to seed and you want to sow and you want to be a giver, and you want to just say thank you, Pastor Latoya, for the wisdom and the knowledge that you have shared with us today, you can do so. I am so grateful because I told you guys on Sunday what the Lord commanded or asked of me. I could have did something else. I mean, I could have kept, my money. I could have. And he said, I want you to sow whatever you have. I want you to clear one of your bank accounts. I want you to clear one of your bank accounts. I want you to be a blessing to some people on today. And so my husband and I, we did so on Sunday. We did so Sunday morning, and we went to a second service, and we did so on Sunday evening. And let me tell y'all, because I love to brag on God, not on me, but I love to brag on my God, that if you would just trust him, because most of us, we like to give out of our excess, but we don't like to give sacrificially, or we don't like to give when God says, I want you to give all you have. We like lose our breath. And so he said, I want you to clear that, and I want you to be a blessing to somebody else. But I am standing here because I told y'all the testimony on Tuesday, but God was still working. I want to let you know that by this morning at 7:00 a.m., the Lord doubled. Can y'all hear what I'm saying? God doubled what my husband and I sold into two individuals on Sunday. Within 3 days, it was back in our account. Y'all don't want to talk. You don't know when to say amen, holler, shout, thank you, Jesus, something. So you can't make me doubt him. I don't care about, you just can't make me doubt him. You cannot make me doubt him. You cannot. You can't make me. You cannot. There is no theory. There is no teaching. You cannot make me doubt him that he does not bless givers. You cannot. Every time you get to a place where you're getting ready to run out, something has to show up, because your seed will speak on your behalf. Your giving nature has to speak on your behalf. And so I am asking those who are on this live today, not just so that I can receive, but so that you can receive the goodness of the Lord. It wasn't that, okay, well, yeah, they received, and then on the other end, it was God's responsibility to speak to others. Y'all see how this worked? He spoke to me concerning somebody else's need, and in return, while I was obedient, God spoke to others concerning my need. And that's how it works. And if you don't believe it, I don't know what else to tell you. But what I can tell you, I know that this works, and can't nobody tell me nothing different. I live by my giving. Thank you all who have seeded. I see many of you all who are still seeding. I see many of you all who are still giving. But I want to let you know, you got to get out your future, because your future is bright. Get out your feelings, because your future is bright. Don't allow your feelings to destroy the second half of your life. Alter your feelings. Check your feelings. Do what's necessary. Get counseling. Go to a therapist. Be willing to pay for it, like you're willing to go pay for the weave in your hair. Pay for your mind being better. Be willing to invest in your mental health, your spiritual health. Be willing to give towards something that's going to be so beneficial in the long run. It's my time. I love you guys. Y'all be blessed. May you have a blessed and prosperous weekend. And I appreciate and I truly love each and every last one of you all. Pray for me and I will pray for you. Until next time, we're going to be on part 3 of Get Out Your Feelings. You don't want to miss it. Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Be blessed. Bye-bye.